It's very not participating.
What's going on, everyone? It's your bro Prom Rights here, and welcome to a new series called Tier List Tuesdays. This is where every Tuesday I'm going to be doing a tier list. You guys can definitely hit me up with some tier lists below. It doesn't only have to do music. We can do like favorite food or, I don't know, football teams, you know, anime, you know, whatever. And I'll do it every Tuesday. So here is the first one where I am going to do a music one. It is the Disciple, Roundtable, and Main Label EP releases from 2020, I believe. I'm pretty sure these are all from 2020. They look very familiar. Some of them I actually went over, and let's check here. Not including ABs or singles. All right, so let's just get started. I don't think they're in order. No, they're not in chronological order at all. E-Craze's Audio Experience EP. I actually did go over this one, but it got blocked by YouTube. I did a series I did like a triple EP reaction thing, so like 3 EPs in one video. I went over the E-Craze EP, I went over this EP as well, the Virus Syndicate EP, and I went over the a Beast Boy EP. Beast Boy is pretty underrated, so you guys might not know who he is, but he's really, really cool if you're into like Leo Tricks, glitchy kind of stuff. Anyways, so I did go over this EP, and I thought it was, I think this is actually some of his best stuff in a while. His Gang S-Word remix was on Disciple Knights of the Round Table Volume 4, and, you know, it was okay. It was pretty decent. Then he had a song called Get Real on Disciple Lines Volume 6 that was not really for me at all. He's a very sustained bass kind of guy. His sustained basses aren't really for me. I can get pretty picky with those. So I'm gonna head and put this in the C tier. Again, this was some of his best work. I thought the creativity was cool. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay, especially for E-Craze. Next we have Swamplex Next Level. I am not a big 12th Planet fan at all. Absolutely not. It's that very, very, or not very, very. I think he like merges classic dubstep with this kind of newer dubstep, and I feel he's really generic though. And I know a lot of people enjoy that style, which, you know, I completely respect, but it's not really my thing. It's kind of like Bandles. It's not anything really special in me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the E tier, because it wasn't like atrocious. It was just not really a thing for me. So. Is that the Hercules EP? Oh, Covered in Blood EP. Okay. All right, so I took a listen, or I took a quick skim, and it is an absolute no. No, thank you. It's very generic. It's not rememberable at all. No, thank you. It's sustained bass parts. I guess there were some decent parts that were better than others, but in a total, it's an F for me. Same with this Cybertron EP. I don't get this style. It was very just meh and just weird. Yeah, I especially with, I think Woo it was, or the title track of the EP. It's a very big no. It's just very empty, kind of just boring in my opinion. So yeah, not much to say about that one. We have here the Control Freak Scenario EP. This was really, really, really sick. I think the Leotrix collab was just a little bit disappointing, and it wasn't the only one, and it wasn't the one that I was hoping it was. From his ID showcase. There was also only 3 songs on it, which I was expecting a bit more, but 6 Feet Deep and Ignorant were very, very, very sick. So I'm gonna put that in the A tier. Samplifier Soul EP. Now, Samplifier for me has just been getting better and better throughout the years. I first heard him with his Never Say Die release with, was it E-Craze, I think? It was a double. Like Mosh Pit or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but it was pretty cool. And this Soul EP is, I think, just a bit better. Actually, no, I don't think it was as good as his Infection EP. I think Infection and Kyle were so good. I love those songs. And this one had, I think, 2 songs that were pretty good as well. But again, nothing. The other 2 songs were not really amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the C tier, but I am gonna put it above the E-Craze EP. Next is Canaan's Banger Anthem EP. This was an alright EP. Again, I didn't think it was anything super close to my alley. There were some cool ideas. I think the song Parade was really was my favorite, and I think it was pretty cool. But for when I remember listening, it wasn't anything too special for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in the C tier, but I will put it above E-Craze. Infekt Kaizen EP. Okay, I did do a video of this one as well, and I gotta say, obviously, if you know me, you know that Infekt is not really my artist at all. He's probably one of my least favorite dubstep artists at the moment, or I should probably put it more specifically in rhythm, least favorite rhythm artist. But this EP, you know, I was really critical. You know, I was going in expecting pretty mediocre stuff, and that is what I got. I will give the My Name Is song some credit. That was a really cool idea. To be fair, also, I like his sound design, but again, I think it's just too repetitive, and again, nothing that really like makes me makes me really love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the D tier, because I'm also going off of would I go back and replay this song, and I wouldn't really go back and replay any of the songs from there. Okay, Bainbridge's Crusade EP. This was actually a lot better than I expected. Bainbridge is meh, a pretty 50-50 artist, and so I mean I kind of wanted to do the EP, but I know, you know, I wasn't going to be really super hyped up, but I will give there were some cool parts, and I can't remember the song names, unfortunately, but I do remember one of them being actually pretty good. And another one, I think it was a collab with Sora, if I remember correctly, was also pretty dang good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. Ooh, it's between B and C. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in C, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it above Canaan's Banger Anthem EP. Okay, we got next Careless Castle Welcome EP. This was a pretty dope EP, I'm not gonna lie. The Grindin' song and there was another song, I think it was the title track, were really cool, and just the sound design was really cool as well. It was decent. It's kind of more in my style. It's really quick and hyper. I remember there being some triplet flows, which triplet flows aren't also don't amaze me very much at most times, but I do remember really liking this EP. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier. Bandles. Oof. There was one song that actually made it to my favorites of 2020 on the playlist, on my SoundCloud playlist. But the rest of the songs I remember really not loving. It's that classic dubstep style. It's not for me at all, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the E tier, and I'm also gonna do the same with the Care Package EP. I can't even remember any songs from it. It completely flew over my head. Uzi Longboy EP. I actually need to go and take a listen to this because I can't remember any of the songs. Okay, there actually was a remix on this EP as well, so I won't be counting that, obviously, but that actually was my favorite track of this EP. I remember actually liking it, so that's a plus. But again, it wasn't from Uzi himself, or themselves. I don't know what gender they are, but it's this kind of classic rhythm style that, again, I'm really picky with. I'm more into the Hugh K and Crippling kind of rhythm style, kind of more the futuristic rhythm, not future rhythm, just the more kind of bleepy bloopy rhythm style, I guess you can call it. But I wasn't really a fan of this EP from what I heard, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss that in the E category. Actually, you know what? No, that's going in the F, but I think it was a bit better than these guys. E-Hide's Medusa EP. Let me go ahead and take a listen. Yeah, okay. This EP was even worse than the OZ EP. Yeah, absolutely not a fan. It was really empty, dry, stale, dubstep style. I mean, there wasn't really much to say. It's just nothing super special. There's nothing that really like made me jump out of my seat. Nowhere near jumping out of my seat. Oh, who is this? Oh, Bainbridge. The Bainbridge Genesis EP. I remember this being decent, but I don't think it's as good as the Crusade EP. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there. I think that's a good fit for me. Murder the Titan EP. I don't remember loving this EP at all. Again, Murda, it's kind of the same problem with these ENF styles. Kind of old, kind of just generic, bland. It's nowhere really near what I'm looking for in an EP in my style. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this in E, but I will put it above these guys. Whales Destroyer EP. Okay, so I didn't go over this one, but I do remember it actually pretty good. I do enjoy Whales music. It's really cool, like watery kind of style, dubstep style. It's got like these watery basses. It's got flavor. You can tell that it's Whales. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B. I don't think it's good as Control Freak, but definitely better than some of these EPs down here. Leotrix. I absolutely love Leotrix, but compared to his older stuff, it wasn't as good. When I first heard that Leotrix was getting a Roundtable EP, I was like, oh snap, this is gonna be awesome. And I did enjoy, I think, 3 of the songs for the most part. I really enjoyed 3 of the songs. Collapse was a bit but this is a bit disappointing for Leotrix, I gotta say. His Black Label stuff is so much more impressive. And I guess with the Disciple Roundtable, there is a bit of a different standard and a bit different what they're looking for. So I guess that's why you can say that this is maybe his least, or why I can say it's my least favorite EP from him in the latest couple years, in the last couple years, after he blew up with a High Bounce EP. So, but I still think it's pretty decent. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the B tier, but it is definitely going above Whales. All right. Invaders EP. All right. Stroxel EP. Okay, no, I'm actually going to talk about Invaders. I love Invaders. His style is, bleep bloops are just unreal. The vocal work as well is absolutely incredible. There's something better that I like than glitchy bleep bloops and stuff like that. It's actually vocal work. These like super aggressive and grimy vocal chops. You don't know what they're saying, but you know they're vocal chops, and it works so well with the style he's going. It's got that nice experimental, but still that super aggressive power. And this EP just nails it completely. Favorite song is Easy Scapegoats. All right, we got Stroxy with Willpower EP. I actually thought this EP was pretty decent. I didn't go over it because I wasn't expecting anything incredible, but I thought it was actually okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier. But I'm gonna say there. All right, this Dodge and Fusky EP, an Astroworld cover art copy, but again, Dodge and Fusky, they're really a no. But I think there was like a Control Freaky remix on here, and maybe another remix that I actually really liked. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in D, just because of that. This Ace RAP, absolutely love it. I was not expecting this at all. No shot was I gonna be like, oh, I can't wait for Ace's EP on Roundtable. Like, yeah, I think that's an A tier. Oh man. I don't know if it's better. I'm not gonna touch that right now though. But it was a really solid EP, especially from Ace. Really sick. Color base on Disciple Roundtable. It's not common, so it's great. It's really refreshing. This Crank Dad EP was fire, especially was Pack-a-Punch or the other one. It was a collab. Pack-a-Punch was, oh my gosh, amazing. And then there was a collab that he had as well. It was I still really liked it, but compared to the other songs, it just completely destroys it. So I'm gonna put this in S tier. Man, if I went over this EP, I would go stupid. It does only have 3 tracks, but it does really well for those 3 tracks. Akios EP, what was it? Serial Live EP, I think I can see from down there. I thought it was Akios is another 50-50 artist for me, kind of like, who was it? Bainbridge. So I think it was a song called Flopmouth that I really enjoyed when I first heard it, but I think it started to grow less and kind of shrink on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in C tier, but I'm gonna put it, I think is a good spot. This Screwed EP, let me go take a listen, because I forgot what it sounds like. Okay, this, I actually remember, I liked 3 out of the 5 songs. Was it 5? Yeah, I liked 3 out of the 5 songs really well. A lot. It has like this sharp, sort of bleep bloopy, but not really. Just more of his sharp style, and he did a lot of these songs really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the B tier. Vultures Luma EP. This was really dope. I really like this EP. I mean, the artwork too. It's an absolutely incredible theme. All the songs work together as an EP. It's not just 4 random tracks. It's really kind of a storytelling. It has, the theme is what's so important about it. And that's what I love about this EP a lot as well. Some of the sustains and stuff are okay, but when you really think about it, it's built and written really well together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the A tier. Infekt, what is it, Disruption EP? I can't remember the name. Yeah, Disruption. I think this was a bit better than his, where is it? Kaizen EP. But there was one track that I really, really liked, and it was called Tendo. And I still love that track to this day. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the C tier. And it's going to go here. Oh, God, who is this? Izzy what? Izzy Vadim? Who? Some decent sound design and structure, but again, it was just, again, also still a bit bland. I wasn't really rocking with this super gritty style. Like just a bit too distorted, but nothing else really going on. And a lot of the songs are really slow as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in the A tier, the E tier. Excuse me. Graffit's actually, I know a lot of artists tend to really like Graffit, but I think he's just meh. This EP I actually didn't go over because I didn't feel the need that it was gonna do me any good. I didn't really think I was gonna enjoy it. I was not excited at all. So where do I put this? I'll go ahead and pop this in the C tier, but like down right there. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead and change my mind about Infekt's EP. Although Tendo was really, really good, I have to look at the EP as a whole, and I wasn't doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in D tier. It's gonna be better than Kaizen though. Whales, what was it? Deep Sea something? From the Depths. Okay, Whales from the Depths EP. This was really cool. I had a lot of Pogger reactions to this on my video. I went over with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in B, and I'm just gonna put it right there. 6 songs too. They were all interesting. Some were more interesting than others. Cyclops. Ooh, yeah, this was an L. This was not as good as his last EP on Roundtable. There was a song called Clash, and I think there was another one too that I enjoyed. I really love Clash still. I think that's still my favorite song from Cyclops to this day. But this was a no. I wasn't feeling it. It's in the C. It's in the D. Pause. I'll pop right there. Not huge. What is this? What is this EP? Anti-Serum? Oh, I remember this. I think there was a couple songs on here that were okay. Okay, the only song I liked was the collab with Definitive called Higher. But the rest were absolute no's for me. Absolutely not. Sustains, I mean, just boring, more bland style. I really can't get into it. Again, nothing special. That's actually popping in the F tier here, to be honest. I'll put it. All right, Mode Step's Dawn EP. I mean, Mode Step, they have good songs on Monster Cat, but I don't think they have any songs that I really love on Disciple. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable. I can't name a song that I really love. But I don't think it's super trash. So I'm going to put this in the E tier. All right, this is the compilation album, Afterlife Volume 1. Absolutely love this. I think there was only one song that I wasn't really rocking with, and it was Snow by Blosso. So, but it's pretty much perfect. That's an S tier. That's an S tier compilation album for sure. Au5 and Prismatics EP was super sick. Love the sound design. I actually, again, did not expect this at all, but it came out super well with Au5's kind of spacey, somewhat classic sound design, and then you got Prismatic's trap design, and they go together really well. So that's an A tier for sure. All right, Autumn Hate's EP. I thought it was pretty cool. I just started learning about Autumn Hate at this point. Yeah, Terminate. Yeah, I really enjoyed 3 songs out of this EP, and it's this kind of rhythm style, but it's a bit more new and refreshed. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in B tier, but up here. I'll put it up there. All right, Chime's EP. Chime's EP was 50-50. He has this kind of old, like, wah, 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 classic style like Oliver's does that I'm not a fan of. But he's also got this super cool color, newer, refreshed color-based style that I really like. So I think I remember 2 of those songs being that newer style and the other 2 not being. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in C. There, I think is a good spot. Yeah. Code Pandorum's Brotherhood EP. Code Pandorum? I don't know. It actually wasn't as good as I thought it was gonna be. I know he has some really good songs. There were 2 on there that I enjoyed, but at the same time, they weren't like super breathtaking and super like lit. But yeah, it was a bit disappointing overall. So I think that's gonna be a C, but like a low C and here, right there. All right, Triples EP. I actually really regret not going over this on a video because I would have had some sick reactions. I think this was a really dope EP altogether. Some cool sound design. Some cool collabs in here as well that made it even more interesting than it needs to be. I think that's going to be an A. It's going to be an A tier down there. Journey's EP, this is probably going to be... There was one song that I really liked, and then the rest was not interesting at all. So as a whole, I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be a D tier. I'm going to pop it in first in the D. Pause? Was this Headset Volume 2? Yeah, this was trash. I did not enjoy this at all. Yeah, that's an F. That's a big F. I'll put it above these guys. Helisex Couple Goals. I'll have to go back and take a listen. Yeah, I really like their heavy sound design, but nothing in that EP super stood out and actually made me like it on SoundCloud, which... For me, that's kind of what I would call like I really like the song. I like the sound design in the EP, but yet again, it wasn't anything super special. I think it's gonna be a C tier, but it's gonna be a high C. I'm gonna say right there. Phase 1 Deadline EP. This was a really dope EP actually. I think it's gonna be in the A. But I'm gonna pop it right there. It had some newer styles from him, like more melodic and more minimal, which I do respect. That song wasn't really for me, the Hanging by a Thread one, but I think the rest of the songs were pretty cool. There's one song I'm forgetting from that EP. What's it called? Inevitable Island Chem. Yeah, it was really cool. So it's in the A for sure. Roundtable reinforcements. So let me go check the whole list. So out of the 12 songs, I only really enjoyed 5. So that's pretty bad. So I'm thinking of this as a compilation as a whole. There were some quite memorable ones, but if it's gonna be high tier, then I'm gonna have to think of all the songs as memorable. And unfortunately, that isn't the case for me here. So I'm gonna head and put this in the high C tier. I was not a fan of this. The Virus Syndicate EP, I think it had an Infekt collab on there. Frankie Nuts collab I think was on there too. I mean, it was not very good. I'm gonna head and put it in an E. Butenor's Kong EP. This was really solid. I love the jungle theme. He's really making a name for himself. When you think of Butte Noise, you think of Monkey. When you think of dubstep and like jungle theme, you think of Butte Noise. So it's awesome that he's getting a lot popular because he's very, very talented. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this EP an A. Cyberlines Volume 6. This is a very big compilation, and again, it's kind of the same with Reinforcements Volume 1. There were really good songs on here, but not as many as I wanted. Yeah, there was only like 5 songs that I really, really loved, and the rest were just okay. Some were just absolute dog. So as a compilation as a whole, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the C tier as well. I'm actually gonna go ahead and make it top C tier. And Ray Volpe's EP, I actually really enjoyed it as a whole. Malfunction and Battle of the Bros and probably other songs too on there as well were really, really cool. And I like seeing Ray Volpe on here. I'm glad he's got some music in the main Disciple label. So let's go ahead and put that in the B tier. I'm gonna go ahead and put it, I think, right there. Is fair? No. Let's put it up. All right. Well, wow. That took a lot longer than I expected. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know that you guys are going to have probably a lot of different opinions than mine. So please don't be too harsh. But leave your opinions down below on what are your top tier EPs in Disciple 2020. So yeah. I'll see you guys later. All right.
Bye-bye.